Good morning. Yeah, so another Tuesday. Welcome back, everyone. Today I wanted to use packaging for a page layout. I have no idea how this is going to turn out. I've been collecting some packaging, so this is kind of cute. It was with some tweezers. This is just a little gift bag my daughter received from her sister to be her bridesmaid. And then I have some ribbon that came with it. I thought it was kind of pretty, you know, the gold and whatnot. So I'm going to use that. And then these came with reed diffusers, so I thought I would use those. I like the leaf pattern. And there's some white that I could probably use in the citrusy. I thought I'd sort of speak towards summer kind of thing. And then I have this tissue box, which has the lake and the dock on it. So I thought that would be kind of cool too. No idea if it'll work out, but I figure we'll start with a light blue background and work away from there. And then I have some assorted summer stickers, camping, whatnot else. Whether I'll use all of them or some of them is a different story, but you know, whenever you're doing a page like this, collecting a few things that would go with the theme is always a nice idea, because then you have a little bit of a choice to, you know, choose from, rather. And then I have a couple of pictures that I would like to scrapbook. So there's my girls at the lake. One time they were building a sandcastle. Another time they were actually on their boogie boards. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use. We could leave this as generic as possible. You don't always have to scrapbook photos, obviously. You can always just make it about, you know, just the theme itself. And it doesn't have to really, oops, sorry. It doesn't have to have a picture, let's put it that way. It can just be the theme, like summer or whatever. If you feel like scrapbooking but you don't have a photograph that really suits it, by all means, you know, just do something fun. So I'm going to take this paper out of here for a minute, and I am going to start cutting this up because I don't want all of this. The beauty of tissue boxes is it's cardboard, so it's quite sturdy, so you could use it for just about anything. I thought this would be kind of cool. I think I might need some scissors. I like it because it has on the flaps, you know, the little scene itself. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to do sort of a repetitive kind of page so that, you know, you have the colors that you want and things like that. Just do a rough cut and then I'll use my trimmer. Obviously, you could use this to put around a photograph. Just take the plastic out. So you could use it as a frame, and then you can put flowers around it or whatever you want it, and then use this to frame. You could even frame the dock onto this part if you wanted to, and then you can make it into a, you know, like a panoramic kind of idea, you know. But that's not what I'm doing in this case. So I hope everybody had a great weekend. What did I do this weekend? What did I do? I don't quite remember. But that is okay. I know the weather was decent, so that was nice. It was a bit chilly on one of the days. And the sun always seems to come out, you know, in the evening. And then it's like you feel like you've not done anything during the day. It's kind of weird. If you wanted more of a, excuse me, I'm still not over my cold 100%. It's better, but not 100% for sure. So if you wanted to, you could definitely tear off the edges to give it a more I don't know, a different appearance, I guess. But see what I mean? So I'll probably just use the one and then we can leave the other one. But I like how these ones are. So see how you can sort of put the page together? That's kind of cool. And tissue boxes are great. I mean, sometimes I have been known to buy a tissue box just for the print on it, because I think it would look really good on some card or whatever. I'm not ashamed to admit it. You know, I have no problems with using it. It's not as if I'm selling it, so. But I think that would be kind of cool, just like that. So we don't get to the beach very often, but you know, in the summertime, my husband takes the girls camping. When the girls were little, I used to go all the time, but I don't anymore. The damp and camping, you know, sleeping in the dampness doesn't do my back any favors anymore. So, if it ever did. It's just a question of laying these out. Kind of like the graphic of it. You know, you could put it on another piece of paper underneath here, but I didn't want to detract from this. So we can add yellow to it and whatnot else. In this way, we can just sort of do whatever we feel like. I like the idea of just putting it down. Sometimes overthinking, you know, it just allows for too much second guessing. So I just tend to want to build on intuition. We all have it, you know. It's there. You just need to learn to listen to it. I think sometimes that's our one true weakness is, you know, we always want it to be perfect and we want it to look a certain way. But if you have an idea in your head, the best thing to do is to go by intuition, because that will never lead you astray. I think you'll have a better chance. And I kind of like, see now here, I like the overlapping part because I did go too low. I like the idea of overlapping it. And yes, it's because, you know, I messed up, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that because it allows for something a bit nicer to come out of it. Sometimes pre-planning doesn't always work. Do I want to offset? No, I probably want to keep it even. And that is good too. I'm going to do the same up here. Because I would never have thought of overlapping them before. You could go this way if you wanted to, I guess, but I wanted to keep the blue sort of the same. There. See how much of a difference that makes? I think that's kind of cool. Again, you don't have to worry too much about, oops, hello string. So this is some flat ribbon. It's got a bit of gold sheen in it, which is kind of cool. You can put this down. I'm not even going to bother with the knot, which is okay. But you can attach this anywhere you like. I like the idea of just having a little runner underneath. And we're going to staple this on because I think it'll be fine. You could use colored staples if you wanted to. You could use glue dots. In this case, I am just going to staple it on. Kind of like the idea of that. And go around the page. Just trim it off the back. There. Now you could do repetition up here if you wanted to. Or you'd leave it like that. This is the knot in it. So you could always put that up there. I don't know, but I'm going to leave this for now. And just put another staple in. There we go. It's coming together. Not too shabby. Trying to stay in frame. I have a habit of moving the paper and not putting it back. Unfortunately. Okay. So, am I going to use this? I don't know. Probably should have taken this apart ahead of time. So a lot of this stuff comes with packaging and extra cardboard and whatnot else. I just save them. These would make good little card fronts or whatever you felt like, but something different. So what can be used on this? It's just a question of fussy cutting. It's not my favorite thing to do in the world, as you all know, but that's okay. A little bit of white showing around it. I just like the colors. It just speaks summer to me. You can just tuck it in there. It's just a question of playing with it, right? So just the one from that. This one's got the leaf. I mean, it's a bit more tropical than lakeside, but you know, you get the idea. Whether I use all these elements is a different story. And you don't have to fussy cut either. You can just cut straight, make it part of the decor kind of thing. Because you can put journaling on there. You can do whatever you feel like, right? Don't want to cover up the dock. That's the thing. So you can put something on there. I like the green. It just is a little bit more color, I suppose. Again, it's not a tropical beach we went to, but you get the idea. So yeah, it's just sort of, you know, I like that. Sort of tucking in there. Like that. That looks good to me. Let's see. So everything is sort of off in this way, which is okay by me. And to me, because this is quite light, we could trim this and make it part of the overall aesthetic. Because there's quite a bit of blue on here. We can put it like that. Let's see. Line it up with that, and I can Yeah, that looks good. Trim the corner. There we go. Make it look like the others. Because it still has the horizon line like all the others, which is pretty cool. And we can do it that way. Now I could pop this up onto whatchamacallit? Cardstock, you know, but I think I'm just going to leave it as is. It doesn't always have to be on something else. Could have gone with yellow if I really wanted to. But she's got yellow in her swimsuit and she has a lot of blue in hers. And she also has a bit of green in there. So I think overall that would look pretty good. And this one says, life is better in flip-flops. I like that. It's one of those little wood elements I really like. And it's got the blue, and it's got a bit of gold, so we're bringing in a little bit of other colors. Let's see. Oh, we got some flip-flops on this one. Look at that. That's appropriate. I like these because they have so much color in them. Because everything else is so very neutral, we can really add some color to it. I really like that. Again, it's not tropical by any means because it's at the lake, but you know, that's okay. We are going to use this one for this whole page. See, this is where the tropical one comes in. Do I want to use these two? Probably not for this. Well, probably not. These are just their little sparkly dots that you can just sort of sprinkle around. There's also some green. Let's see what else we got. We have some grayish blue. Would that work? No, not in this case. Now we do have a border on here, which I think would look quite nice if we put it along the side. So I think I might use the, let's see, this one here, just to bring your eye back down this way. Yeah, that frames it a little bit nicer. And then we need some kind of frame around there. So hello summer splash, life is better in flip-flops. I don't know. It does have the pink, right? I think if we bring a little bit of pink in here and just put this right here, because we have an automatic line. There we go. That's actually pretty cool. There. I think that's about it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And I would just do some lines around the edge. I did not use the one, but that's okay. We don't need to worry too much about using every single piece you've saved. That's half the fun. It's having choices, right? So just being able to play with whatever you have on hand and challenging yourself. I mean, I like being challenged to some degree. You know, if your contents are limited, you know, you can do whatever you feel like. So we could use this one because it does add a little bit of gold foil to it. What we can do is we can do some hearts. That'd be kind of cool. I think we can put a couple hearts in there. Oh my. No upper body strength, apparently. There we go. We can tuck one in there. It just sort of frames it, but do we want it there? Oh, yeah, up there maybe. Just brings a little bit of foiling in there, just a little bit more to attract the eye. And then we can put one more little thing there. Let's see. I like the sunglasses. There is such a thing as too much, but I like being able to layer. So sometimes you just need to bring a little bit more pink in there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, just play around. See what you can come up with. You never know. So, I think that's it. Pretty much. There. Okay, definitely done now. All right. So I would just leave it at this. I think it's fun to just sort of use whatever you have on hand. Let's see what you come up with. So yeah, even though I didn't have a whole lot of lake stuff, I just made it work. So a bit of both worlds. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.